how are you? And welcome to CK's Antics. I am your host, CK, and we're back for another round. If you like these videos, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any more of these, and you get notified anytime I go live or post something new. So, wow, we're at another week already. This is so crazy. Hey, Motivation Lou, how are you? Hey, welcome to the show. I think this might be your first time, so I appreciate you checking in. So what is on the agenda today? So first, we're gonna cover what's coming up this week in national holidays, and then we're gonna hit some reviews. I'm gonna talk one review, actually, one movie review, and I'm gonna show you some stuff that I found interesting on the internet, and then that pretty much wraps it up. And just have some fun conversations. So hopefully you enjoy this. So let's go ahead and get started. So this week, I just realized I need to adjust my camera view. Just give me a second. This is great. Perfect timing. All right, here, let me fix this for you. There we go. There, that's better. All right, so what is happening this week? So, wow, this week we got 2-week-long type holidays. The first being a National Retirement Security Week. So all about getting ready to retire, and then National Health Education Week. So the first one kicks off tomorrow, and then the next one kicks off on Monday. These actually kind of tie well together because for retirement, you also want to make sure you're healthy, right? Because the stuff that you fund-wise are putting away, you want to make sure that health-wise, you don't have to spend a lot of that on healthcare and stuff. So both these are good to happen, I think, on the same week. So yes, so that is what we've got going on for this week. And before I go to the next one, I want to make sure that I fix the position for the next video before I transition to it. So there we go. All right, next. Now we're getting into what's coming up this week. So this is the fun part, because this is where I highlight the cool stuff, or at least what I find, the cool stuff that you want to be looking out for in the coming week. So starting tomorrow, right off the bat, we've got National Chocolate Cupcake Day. So totally about celebrating that. Obviously, there's some more. National No Beard Day, National New Friends Day, National Pediatric Bone and Joint Day, International Sloth Day, and then, of course, another one I want to highlight is National Day of Writing. So I am not a big writer. I want to be. I would actually like to write a book, actually more than one, but I think, especially right now in a day of texting and emojis and stuff, I think it's important to kind of get back to the root of writing and highlight, some maybe good things about writing. So yeah, so totally about writing. Yeah, Paul Burke, so many days, totally. Yes. Yeah, these are a lot of days, but like I said, this is just a quick highlight of what's coming up this week. So, because this way you can figure out what you want to celebrate and what you don't. So, and I don't know, maybe you're a no beard day kind of guy, Paul. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I know your little emoji kind of has a beard, so I don't know. Maybe that's not it. But anyways, so we've got that. We've also got National Pharmacy Technician Day, World Osteoporosis Day, and Back to the Future Day. So the next clump, those are the ones I really like. Back to the Future Day. I didn't really look at this one. I just think Back to the Future is about the movies. I have no idea if it really is. International Day of the Nacho? Come on now. And it's an international day, not just national US kind of day. It's an international day. So totally excited about that. Sammy, you should definitely be excited about that. Oh, hold on. Let me bring in a comment here. Sammy, what do you got here? You did a crazy thing during an update before stream. Oh, okay. I'm interested to hear what you did, Sammy. And so the three things, right? Back to the Future Day, International Nacho Day, and National Apple Day. All awesome things. So yeah, totally want that. And then Motivation Lou, you're saying no to the beards. Okay. Send. Yeah, so no shaving my beard because my wife would kill me. Hey, that's okay though. That's okay. If the wife is like no, then you know what? That's fine. Go ahead, keep the beard. But maybe someone else. Maybe you can help celebrate for someone else on that day. But what else? So we've got National Check Your Meds Day, which is a good one, especially if you have older parents that have like a lot of medication. That's an important one actually, because you need to make sure that nothing is like contradicting each other, or together the combination is not good for them. So that's an important one too. National Medical Assistance Day, also another great one, and National Pets for Veterans Day. And as you can see, we're only midway through the week, which means we've got another slide for another stuff. And so Sammy asks, when is National SM7B Day? I don't know, Sammy. I would have to look, and if there's not one, maybe we should create one. Maybe you should create one. It's really easy to create a national holiday. Well, at least I think it is. I think you pretty much just submit your reason for it and some history behind it, and then maybe you can create National SM7B Day. That would be pretty cool. So let's get into the rest of the week. All right, so now we continue on Wednesday, and once again, let me fix my my picture here, so you don't see like half my little head. And there we go. That's a little bit better. There. So, and speaking of 7B, this shot's got the 7B in it. So, a little bit. So we also got National Reptile Awareness Day, and we got and National Reptile Day. So apparently those are two different things. So we need awareness, and then there's the reptile itself gets a day. We have International Stuttering Awareness Day, National Nut Day, and then of course another one, National Boston Cream Pie Day. All about Boston cream pie. National Croc Day, and I'm assuming that's Croc the shoe and not like Croc the crocodile. So if that's the case, I don't know. I'm not a big Croc fan. National Mole Day, National Paralegal Day, and then here you go, Friday. If you are actually in a building for work, like back in like the workplace, you've got National Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day. Now, this needs a disclaimer, and that's why I have this caution advised. If you choose to slap your coworker, there could be repercussions, such as you could get slapped back. That's one. Two, you could get in trouble. You could get fired. So yeah, I am not condoning this, but I'm also not saying. I'm just saying here's a day. If you want to celebrate it, go celebrate it. It's you do you. If this is what you want to do, go for it. Just a word of caution. Just be careful. That's about it. Be careful. Be prepared to run away. Maybe I don't know. So. Whatever. And then we've got National Bologna Day, or Bologna, and National United Nations Day. So those are your days coming up for this week. Now, let's get into the reviews, because that's the fun part. So, actually, you know what? It's actually not. So let me highlight this one. Let me go to the review first. There we go. Let's go to the reviews, and then we'll come back to that. So for the review, I went and actually saw Tenet in the theater, because you actually have to go to the theater to see this one. This is something you can't stream, so you're gonna have to do it. So I will say this, totally worth going to the theater. And for me, I live in the East Coast, lots of options for theaters. I live in the DC area. So I was actually pleasantly surprised that the theater was pretty empty. And I went on a weekend. I went last Sunday. I went in like at 1 p.m., a 1 p.m. showing, so matinee. And when I first got there, I was the only one in the theater. So it wasn't too bad. And by the time it started, there was no one in my row. I saw a couple people come in. There was no one sitting in the row in front of me. So overall, you know, in terms of safety-wise, it was pretty convenient. Like, I didn't feel like I was, you know, potentially could get, you know, the virus. So I was happy. I went, and it was really good. Totally, I really liked it. I think for me, when I left the theater, I felt like this is a movie that could have potential to have like a sequel or sequels. But yeah, totally worth it. I would go and see in the theater because it's a lot of good sound effects, a lot nice. It's nice to see on the big screen, right? You know, good, just, you know, scenes and all that kind of stuff, action. So yeah, totally worth going to watch it. The only thing I miss about like not being able to stream it at home is like just to watch it again, because there's some things where you think you might have missed something, or you want to like go back and kind of focus on something a little bit different. So yeah, because it's one of those you definitely want to watch what's going on to see if you can kind of catch anything. So totally worth it. I loved it. I would go see it if you can. If you can't, that's okay. But when it does come out, I highly recommend renting it for sure. Yeah, definitely. All right. So now let's go back to things I want to show you that are interesting on the internet. This right here is actually my cousin's design. My cousin is a graphic designer. His name is Eric Dome. His link is right there. It's also in the description. So he's got some great stuff, and I love this because like if you just see it, right? And the brain just hurts, and you can feel that. Or, I mean, you can feel it just by looking at the image. And I just loved how he put my brain like hurts inside the brain itself. I don't know if you can tell, but that's pretty sweet. I love that. I love artwork like this. So speaking of artwork like this is where I'm going to talk about one of these things that I found on the internet. So this was from Bored Panda, and it's another artist that they show. That artist is Sand. From Sand Design, and so this was kind of cool. He pretty much has something very similar to like how my cousin did it, but he's got a whole Instagram page which is super cool. So I'll just it's a nice article, so if you want to read the article you can see that below as well. There's a link for that, but I thought it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, Paul. Yeah, that is, like, right, that was pretty amazing, right, my cousin's thing. So this is kind of like, what was it again? But this guy just kind of does something very similar to that, but he does just like one-word things, which I really like, where it's like illusion and the stuff is in, you know, it's just, I think this is really cool. I really like artists like this that, you know, that can do stuff. But, so, if you want to see the rest of it, like I said, his Instagram page was pretty sweet too, for this article. But if you want to see some of the stuff in the article itself, it's really cool. Because if you see this, like, if you can't tell, there's, not only is this the word 4, but in what, I guess, the empty space, the number 4 is in the U, between the U and the R. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but this is what I love. Which is why, you know, like, my cousin's picture, this picture right here was like so sweet. I love this because I love how like the artist does that. Like, it's perfect. Anyways, so back to this one. So yeah, so this guy, really good. You can check out the rest of that article. Like I said, it's in there. Or if you just want to go directly to his Instagram page, he's got stuff there. So that's one of them. Now, another one is this guy right here, who also came from the Bored Panda thing. And again, I really like this because he's got all these comics that are like super cool, that kind of just, and they're just in a 4-panel, and he does this. And if you have an animal like a cat, that totally makes sense. I don't have a cat, but I know a lot of friends that do have cats, and this sounds very much like what their cats do. Just out of nowhere, their cat will like smack them. So if you have a cat, let me know. Is this something your cat's like? Oh yeah, that's what my cat does. My cat does it. Or if you've ever had like that parent that's like, no, we're not going to get an animal, and then they break down, they get you said animal, and then all of a sudden you can't play with the animal because now the parent is actually in love with the animal. So that's happened before too. So if you want to see more of these awesome comic strips, again, there is the Instagram page for Made by T.O. and the article that was in Bored Panda about them is also down in the description. So that was kind of cool. And then here's another one. Again, Bored Panda. So a woman receives this unsolicited picture, and her response to it is brilliant. So her name is Alexandria Curry, and she obviously gets this unsolicited picture, but her response to this is amazing. So she replies as an auto reply and says, "We have detected the transmission of an unsolicited pornographic image of a potentially illegal nature," with a fancy little code there, "and your device's IP has been forwarded to the police department pending an investigation. If you think this is a mistake, reply stop." Of course, the guy frantically is replying stop, which is awesome. So I think it's hilarious. It's like, yeah, he's like, stop, stop, stop. And then, of course, all of a sudden, his Twitter account is deleted. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, exactly, Paul. This was brilliant. Like, I totally want to remember this if I can. Like, if I could set up like a what you call it, like a template text, like ready to go if I needed to, like boom, that would be brilliant. Actually, they need to do that. Are there stuff like that where I can just like have templated responses? If not, someone needs to make that, because I think it's pretty sweet. But yeah, so anyways, so I thought that was brilliant. And another thing I read about, actually, first of all, I heard it on the radio, and so then I had to Google this, and this is the Dutch phrase, which is cow knuffelen. I think that's how you pronounce that. Which translates cow hugging. Like literally, I heard this on the radio and I was slightly worried about searching for this cow hugging on at work, because I was at work, because I drove into work listening to the radio. So I'm at work and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh well, let's just go ahead and search cow hugging. Is just risky, right? Because so then I was like, let me add some more words in there, like cow hugging for like therapeutic purposes, for therapeutic purposes, because I definitely didn't want to like get some weird like search replies back. You know, you never know in this day and age. Like, you think cow hugging would be like a safe search term, but you never know. So like I added some extra stuff in there, and so Paul says you use a service on a desktop called Mighty Text. You can use auto responses. Good to know. Good to know. Back to that whole texting thing. Yes. Okay, Paul, I'll have to keep that in mind. Mighty Text. All right. So back to cow hugging. So apparently this started, and it's like this new craze right now. It started obviously in the Netherlands and in Dutch country over there. And now it's like made its way to the US. So I literally Googled like cow hugging for like therapeutic purposes, and a ton of stuff came back. Like, where like find, like farms nearby that allow cow hugging. Like literally there's places where you can go here in the US to go hug a cow. Yeah, Sammy, that is super cool, right? Isn't it? I think it is. So go hug a cow. And I looked at like this one, I would be okay hugging this cow because it looks soft and it looks like a baby cow, and I wouldn't be so worried. So, when I grew up, it was cow tipping. And I'm not sure if it's so much for therapeutic. I guess laughing would be it, but no, I never went cow tipping. But like that's the thing, they tell you that you can push cows over. I don't know. I've never done it. But now it's cow hugging. And you can pay to basically go to a farm and then like tour around the farm, and then you like hang out with the cow for like 2 hours, and you can hug it and pet it and take a little nap with it. So yeah, I don't know, like maybe that's what we need right now, is just a whole bunch of people need to go hug a cow, and maybe that will help, because there's lots of crazy people and craziness right now. So maybe they just need to go hug a cow. Maybe we just bring a whole bunch of cows to like all these riots and stuff and get people to just hug a cow for a little bit. That might help. I don't know. You tell me. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, that is it. That are all the things that are happening this week. Those are the interesting things that I found on the internet. So yeah, hopefully you like this. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe or ring the bell, like all that good stuff, because I do this once a week, and then every day I drop a video of more in depth of those national holidays that are happening that day. So hopefully you enjoy this. I enjoy doing this. This is a lot of fun for me. And with that, that's really all I have. And don't forget, tonight, starting at 8 p.m., my friend Paul Burke will be playing some Jackbox games, and then he and I are gonna do some cider reviews in a little segment he likes to call Drunk Fruit. So this will be a lot of fun. So go ahead, take a little break, go get a little snacky snack, and then come back. And the link for his stuff is also below in the description. Come back at 8 o'clock and join us for Jackbox games, trivia, and Drunk Fruit. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And with that, I'm going to say farewell. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.